Hey, good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing today? It is Tuesday morning and coming to you with some good information this morning. All right, guys, before I get too wound up and going this morning, don't forget you can win things. All right, guys, you can win a free one-on-one with me. Okay, you can win that. All you have to do is like and comment on the video that you're watching, and then you will be entered in the drawing, and I will draw for that on February 15th. If you guys are thinking about that, you want to maybe start looking for a house and just kind of want to get the lowdown on what to do, I'm here to help you with that and get going. So get signed up for that free one-on-one. All right, guys, I'm going to jump into it today because today is about the money. All right. Okay. So as you know, I've been doing kind of a series on short sale. All right. I went through this in 2008, sort of. Okay. So what had happened was this is when they were running that kind of that scam. Okay. I didn't realize it was a scam until I read it in the newspaper on what had happened, but they had forced me into a short sale because we had, they had refused two of my buyers. Okay. And then they threw us into a short sale in intentions to force us into foreclosure because then they got money from the government. And then they also gave their employees like gift cards and that kind of stuff. Okay. So if you guys were part of that, you know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about. All right. So I've been talking about my road to recovery on that because let's face it, guys, you know, this is something, yes, it was a big thing in 2008 and people were faced with that, but it's a thing always, you know, job changes, job losses. How many people have you heard that they've been with a company for 30 years and then they turn around and the company reorganized and they lost their job, you know? So people, I mean, these are real things and these are options. So that's why I'm talking about this because this is what I did. And I did it in a relatively quick turnaround time considering, okay? I asked the questions and everybody was like, if you work at it hard, you can purchase a home in 3 years. Okay. 4 years. I did it in not even 4.5 years. It was like 4 years and like 3 months. Okay. So it wasn't even 4.5 years. It was like 4 and some change. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm telling you this because there is light at the end of the tunnel. 3 years happened just like that. It wasn't any big deal. We just worked our canister off to get it to happen. Okay. And that's what you'll have to do. All right. And I'm giving you some tips along the way to kind of know what it is. Guys, it's a long haul. When you get to that point where you're repairing, you've got that behind you, the short sale is done, and you're repairing everything. This is where the longevity comes in. And this is where you need to worry about what you're doing. Okay. However, do your homework, guys. Do your homework. This is what I did. I did my homework. I started looking. Now, I know more about it now than I did back then, but I started talking to people about where I could get a mortgage after a short sale because it's going to show up on there. And we were able to define what happened and they understood. Okay. So, you know, you're kind of probably to that point. Well, yeah, but even if I do keep my credit good, who's gonna want to sell to me because I have a short sale on my record? Okay, guys, there are people out there that will do that. All right. You may just have to get a little more creative about it. All right. So what I did, guys, is I looked first at small banks and credit unions. Why? Because they have their own, a lot of them have their own rules. They have their own underwriting things that they can do where they can keep it in house. Okay. So those were the ones that I had looked at because coming off of 2008, mortgage brokers got a bad rap because of everything that went down. Now I know a little bit more. So I would say I would give you guys the thought to look at your small banks, your mortgage brokers, and your credit unions. Okay. Because a lot of them, and just call them up and be like, hey, I'm looking at getting a mortgage. You can tell them within what kind of time frame, within the next couple of years. Here is what has happened. Be honest about it. Be honest and be like, hey, we had a short sale. I lost my job. We're working on getting our credit worked around. So it's probably going to be a couple more years. Do you have in-house loans and in-house underwriting skills? Because if they do, or underwriting positions, because if they do, then you can go to them and then you can explain what happened and they can look at it and see. You actually are dealing with a somebody, okay? And with a somebody that cares. If they don't, move on, guys. It's no sweat. Move on, okay? And don't be afraid of what they call of like an arm loan or anything like that. They are doing a lot of those right now, okay? Where you get a loan for 5 years at a certain percentage, and then you either have to refinance at the end of that, or you have to keep it. Like, so a lot of people, so I'm just going to throw out some numbers here, guys. They may get a 2.75% mortgage right now for 5 years, but find out what it exceeds to. What's the top number? Because with the inflation, if things start going up and interest rates start going up and start pushing up to that, you may be better off at that time, because like if you do 2.75, then the max may be like 7.5 or whatever. So then at the end of that, you'll have to look at that and go, well, okay, do I need to stay with the 7.5? Is that a good interest rate right now? Or do I need to refinance and get a lower interest rate? Because once you've paid on it for 5 years, they're going to see that credit history. Okay, they're going to see that. Okay. So it's going to be just initially getting the loan, but don't be afraid of the arms. Don't be afraid of that kind of thing. There's a lot tighter regulations on everything right now with everything. So I wouldn't even be afraid of a mortgage broker. Okay. A lot of mortgage brokerages have an ability to have some kind of in-house. Okay. And maybe that's just what you need to get your feet off the ground, is to get an in-house kind of loan. Small lenders, small banks are another one. Okay. They don't have to completely abide by all the rules when it comes to the lending, because they are a small lender. So they keep it within their house. Okay. So that is my tip. Just start calling and asking around. Okay. Just start calling, make some notes. I'll go into more of a little bit of the differences a little bit tomorrow between the three, and kind of give you an idea of why you would want to go this route versus this route. Some of it has to do with credit score. Some of it has to do with other things, but just see what they have, guys. See what they have and see what they're willing to do and get their advice. Talk to them and be like, okay, this is what we're doing. We're paying X, Y, and Z. We're making sure it's paid on time. We're trying to save up. Find out if they have any other suggestions to get you move forward a little quicker. Okay. This isn't something that has to be all completed within the next month or anything like that, but just start calling and asking, and start calling all the credit unions. I know, like in our area, we've got lots of credit unions. We've got lots of mortgage brokers. We've got lots of small banks. Okay. So that's my tip for you today. I'm going to go ahead and pop off. But guys, hey, if you want more of like this information, pop over to my group, my free Facebook group. The link is in the description. I'd love to see you over there. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have